Hey guys, it's almost closing time, so I thought I'd do another rant video. And what was this gonna be about? Oh yeah, so I custom order fish. I've got it's not a tiny fish store, but it's a smaller fish store, and because it's a smaller fish store, I do a lot of custom orders. I can't stock every size tank, I can't stock every single fish, but I like to get people what they want. So I tell people that if you don't find what you want in my store, let me know and I'll order it for you. We go hand-pick fish every Tuesday. We get deliveries every Wednesday, another delivery in addition to the hand-picking fish every Tuesday, and then every other Thursday and every other Friday. So we get a lot of deliveries. So anyways, I'm all about custom ordering fish for people. When I custom order fish, I give them two options. I can custom order it, and you pick it up the day that I receive it from my wholesaler, and you pick it up in the bag out of the box it came in, and you get a heavy discount. You get that discount because I'm not taking any of the risk. You know, aside from me handing you the bag with a fish that looks healthy in my opinion, you know, obviously if the fish comes in and it's dead, I'm not going to sell it to you. If it has obvious signs of disease, I'm not going to sell it to you. I'm going to ask a refund from my wholesaler. But as long as it looks healthy, you get the bag, everything is done. You know, you get a heavy discount, but everything is on you from that point. The other option is I take the fish and I put it in my system, I medicate it, I feed it, I make sure it's healthy, and at that point, you get a 1-week guarantee, and the fish is a little bit more expensive. So I had a customer, he was all about cheap, so he wanted to pick it up the day of, which is awesome. That's my preference. I order you a fish, you pick it up the day of, fantastic. I don't have to take any risk with that. Got him 2 fish. He looked at them, he picked them up, super happy, thanked me. Things seemed to be great. A week and a half later, so he bought these Tuesday. On Wednesday of the following week, he calls me up and he goes, one of my fish seems to be skinny and it's pooping long, stringy white poop. To me, that's instant, you've got internal parasites. And I told him that. I go, I'm very sorry. It sounds like you've got internal parasites. My recommendation would be General Cure, which is metronidazole and praziquantel. Praziquantel being the anti-parasitic medication, or Prazipro, which is 100% praziquantel. I told him that if he was interested in that, I would sell him some medication at wholesale cost. So that's the amount that I pay from my distributor before markup. So I'm making zero money. I told him I'd give you the medication at wholesale cost, or if you want, I can order you another fish and also sell you that at wholesale cost. So I'm not making any money. It's going to cost you a little bit of money, but I'm doing it as cheap as I can without me just handing you cash, essentially. Both of these, he wasn't pleased. He goes, no, that's bad service. I ordered these fish. They should be healthy. I want my 7-day guarantee. At which point I reminded him that even if he had paid the extra money, they had gone through my quarantine system, it was more than 7 days. It had been a week and a day. Not a lot more, but a week and a day. But in addition, that he had opted for the much cheaper rate, at which point I can't afford to replace that fish. If I replace that fish, I'm losing considerable amount of money. I'm selling it less than double wholesale, which means that, I'm losing money. And again, I don't mind doing the replacement of fish if you pay full price, but I can't give you a discount and then in addition give you the standard guarantee. I can't afford to do that. Most places don't give a 7-day guarantee regardless. I do. I think that's pretty generous. I couldn't do that. The guy got all mad, huffed and puffed. I'm gonna leave you a bad review. And honestly, as a good business person, I should have just replaced the fish. It's not worth getting a bad review over that amount of money, but I just can't deal with it. I can't deal with people being bullies, and that's just straight what you're doing. If you ever do that to a fish store, you are being a bully. And he was trying to blackmail me into giving him a free fish. I declined. I knew he was going to give me a bad review, and he did. He gave me a bad review. His review, luckily, was very honest. It said, I pre-ordered a fish. It was sick. He offered me a discount on the medication. I turned that down. He offered me a discount on a new fish. I turned that down, and he gave me a 2-star review. He could have given me a 1, and he could have been He could have just lied on the review. So luckily he was slightly honest. But that being said, I got a 2-star review because I went out of my way to do a customer a favor. I didn't have to custom order a fish. I most definitely didn't have to offer him it at a discount. I could have put it in my tank and charged him twice as much after it had been in the tank for 2 days. I offered him medication at my cost, not his cost, but my cost, which is very, very generous in my opinion. I offered him a replacement of the fish at wholesale cost, which again I thought was very, very generous. And I ended up with a 2-star review because he's unhappy with my service because he got a fish from my wholesaler that might or might not have come in sick. I don't know. It could have just been that he got parasites in the week that he had it, in the tank that he had it in. I don't know. But yeah, absolutely nuts. I'm sorry, but I don't have to order custom fish for people. I'm doing you a favor. If I do you a favor and then it doesn't work out, and so I do you another favor to offer you something at cost, and that doesn't work out, how are you in good conscience going to leave me a bad review? I just don't understand it. Again, one of the, this is something that's happened multiple times. This is why people don't do customers favors. Because as much as we bend our backs to make you happy, half the time we get spit in our face. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. So please, if your local fish store is doing you a favor, thank them. Don't penalize them. Because they're just going to not only not want to do business with you, but probably not want to do business of that sort with other customers as well. So you're not only hurting yourself, but you're really just hurting the whole customer and hobbyist based. Hope your tank's doing well. Hope that didn't sound too whiny. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.